Hello everybody, my name is Rossella Miccio and I'm the President of Emergency, an international NGO founded in 1994 to provide free, high-quality medical and surgical care to the victims of war, landmines and poverty, and at the same time to promote a culture of peace, solidarity and respect for human rights. We have decided to join the campaign Stop the Inhumanity at the Borders because we believe it is urgent to join forces and put an end to violence against people on the move and promote a different approach to migration with human rights at its center. We just heard from David Yambio's the description of the atrocities and abuses that migrants have to suffer to reach Europe by land or across the Mediterranean. Border externalization and the propaganda of migration as a security threat have affected the lives of hundreds of thousands of people fleeing war, persecution, natural disasters, or just seeking to find a better living and economic conditions. Last year, at least 2,734 people died or went missing in the central Mediterranean only, the deadliest migration route. This must stop. We have a deep knowledge of the many challenges that trigger people to leave their own countries, because for many years, Emergency has worked and is still working in some of them, running health programs and working on capacity building. Since December 2022, we have additionally activated the vessel life support that has saved 1,219 people during its first 15 missions. Every day at sea, we struggle to be recognized as a humanitarian actor that rescues people in need and fight against the criminalization of our work. Through the testimonies of the survivors, we learn of boats in distress, pushed back to Libya or Tunisia in breach of the principle of non-refoulement. This behavior must end now to prevent violations of human rights. We call on the European authorities to revoke all the agreements with governments with critical human rights records, which make us accomplices in crimes against humanity and serious violations. These policies have already proved to be detrimental for the protection of the life and dignity of people on the move. We have collected countless stories of violence and abuses from the migrants that survived the human trafficking in North Africa. Some of them had physical and psychological traumas. Our medical team took care of on the boat, but we know that this is only the first step of a long recovery process, especially considering the hostility migrants will have to face once arrived in Europe. For all these reasons, Emergency stands by the victims of inhuman policies and is determined to jointly advocate for a rapid shift in the political discourse around migration. We ask the European governments and institutions to respect the founding values and principles that led to the creation of the European Union and of which we are very proud of. This must start with the activation of a European-led SAR mission to save lives at sea, but it shouldn't stop there. We also need a different approach to international aid to countries of origin and transit, without any conditionality on migration deterrence. Development projects should strengthen essential services, stimulate local economies, invest in capacity building, and improve livelihood and resilience. At the same time, European funding should be devoted to amplifying safe and legal pathways for the inclusion of migrants in Europe. This will truly contribute to building inclusive and peaceful society. Thank you.